The boys have left Vegas, but they're still out in the desert, as this week the boys are running around Phoenix for a chance to win $35,000. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. That's right, it's our weekly NASCAR show, and this week the boys are off into Phoenix, where they're running for a chance where we can win $35,000. We can win $25,000 on the Jackpot Races app, and we can win another $10,000 over on the Fox Bet Super 6 app. Guys, how cool was last week's race there at the Pennzoil 400 down there in Las Vegas? That was so cool. Team Hendrick was strong. Team Hendrick was real strong. They led the first 31 laps of that race. They had Byron leading laps. They had Elliott leading laps. They obviously had Larson leading laps. He was the race winner. It was just a good, strong performance there, by Team Hendrick. Team Penske was right there as I thought. They had the number 2 car, the number 12 car, the 22 car, all in the top 10. So a good showing by Team Penske like I thought. Joe Gibbs was strong. Joe Gibbs team was strong in the beginning of stage 3. I thought one of the Gibbs boys was going to go ahead and take home that checkered flag. It just looked like at the beginning of stage 3, they were one of the top, teams out there so far that day and in that moment. So, but how cool was that race? How about on stage 1? They're going 3 wide. 3 wide. Logano, Larson, and Keselowski all 3 wide for multiple laps, battling for the lead. That's some exciting shit, folks. That was some really good racing. 2 of those guys are on teammates there, and Logano and Keselowski, and they had Larson pinged in the middle. I mean, that's just fascinating stuff. Just a good race down there in Las Vegas. A good one. But now, as I said it, now the boys are going off to Phoenix, a 1-mile intermediate track. Runs more like a short track, runs more like a Richmond or a New Hampshire. I think Richmond's probably its closest comp, but you can also, use New Hampshire as well. But yeah, it runs more like a short. It's a flat track. This one here, when they come out of turn 4 and then they drop down the straightaway to head to straightaway, and they'll just come down, hit the bottom of the apron. I mean, it's really cool how you'll see some cars stay up on the slight banking, other cars kind of drop down below, that apron. It's just really cool. This is a really cool, fun track. You guys will, enjoy watching this one. So with that being said, though, let's go ahead and jump on into it. Let's go ahead and start off with the Jackpot Races. That's where you can win $25,000. That's where you get 6 groups of drivers. You got to pick the best driver to finish amongst the group, and then you got to give them a winner, and you got to give them a second place finish. All right, so Group 1, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin here. I know Kyle Busch has got the better numbers. Overall, it seems like he's starting to figure it out. I know we got top 10 2 weeks ago. I know we got top 3 last week, but he hasn't been the best driver yet in this new COVID area of where guys can't practice and guys can't qualify. So that's why I ding him a little bit, because he just hasn't taken that step in this COVID era of winning a race. So I'm going to go ahead and give the edge to Denny Hamlin right there. He's got an average finish of 7.83. He's got 1 win, 4 top 5s in the last 6 races. He's at the 3rd best driver rating at 108.2. Go ahead and give me Denny Hamlin for Group 1. For Group 2, go ahead and give me his teammate Martin Truex Jr. He's got an average finish of 11.5 and a driver rating of 97. He's got 4 top 10s in the last 6 races here. He's 2nd to 3rd best at Phoenix in this group, but he's 1st at Richmond and New Hampshire. So, yeah, 2 comps. Like I said, kicking ass here at Phoenix, but the 2 comps the 2 tracks that are comps to this one, he's number 1 in this group. So, yeah, I like Martin Truex Jr. there in Group 2. For Group 3, we'll go ahead and give it to Aric Almirola. He's got the 5th best driver average finish here at Phoenix at 9.67. He's got 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s in 6 races. He's got a driver rating of 89.4, which is best amongst this group. And he's also better at Richmond and New Hampshire of drivers in his group. Go ahead and give me Aric Almirola. For Group 4, we'll go ahead and give it to Cole Custer. Look, in the spring race, 4 cars from Stewart-Haas were in the top 10. That was just remarkable last year, what Stewart-Haas was able to do here in Phoenix. So I expect Stewart-Haas to be strong here again. He's got the 2nd best numbers at Phoenix at this racetrack, and he's got the best numbers at New Hampshire amongst drivers in his group. Go ahead and give me Cole Custer. For Group 5, we'll go ahead and give it to Chris Buescher. Look, not great numbers, but they are best of the group that he's penned up against here at Phoenix. And he's got the best numbers of the drivers in this group at New Hampshire. He was 17th in the spring race. I kind of dismissed the fall race because that was kind of different racing when those, were kind of really just letting the championship 4 kind of run for it and everybody else kind of, giving them their respect, so to speak. So I kind of lean more on what happened in the spring race, and Chris Buescher finished 17th in that race. For Group 6, let's go ahead and give it to Eric Jones. It was between him and Ryan Preece for this group. Jones with a top 10 finish last week. He's got the better numbers at Phoenix and Richmond and New Hampshire. And his car and Richard Petty, they make me nervous. I mean, it's going to be nervous here, but maybe he's starting to figure it out. He's got a 10th place finish last week. He's going to be in a lesser car being with Richard Petty Motorsports, but he's the better driver. Let's see if Eric Jones can't get it done for us there in Group 6. For a winner, let's go ahead and give it to Danny Hamlin. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Danny Hamlin. And for second place, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Martin Truex Jr. Of the things that maybe I stayed away from, I already mentioned I stayed away from Kyle Busch. I expect him to be, I expect him to have a top 10 car. I just don't know if he can win the group and win the race and or be second place. Just can't quite do it in the COVID era where you're not and then also Kevin Harvick. I mean, Kevin Harvick didn't have it at Vegas, folks. He didn't have it so much at Vegas. He was on the pole, and he didn't even leave one lap. He didn't leave one lap last week at Vegas, and my man started off on the pole because that's right, the number 24 car, William Byron, passed him on the first lap. So, yeah, I know Kevin Harvick's got great numbers here at Phoenix. I just mentioned how good Stewart Haas will probably be here this weekend, but yeah, I just don't think Kevin Harvick's in a good place right now. So that's why I was unable to predict Kevin Harvick either doing the group or, a first or a second place finish there. So that's how we'll do it on the Jackpot Races app. Let's go ahead now and flip it over to the Fox Bet Super 6 app for Clint Boyer's Stage 2 Challenge, where we can win $10,000, 6 questions, answer all 6 questions, take home that money. All right, for question 1, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Kyle Larson. Look, it was between him and William Byron, and Larson's numbers here at this racetrack are just vastly better than William Byron, so that's why I went ahead and settled on Kyle Larson. So Kyle Larson for number 1 for me. For number 2, I'll go ahead and give it to Danny Hamlin, the race leader. Obviously, I'm expecting a strong weekend by Danny Hamlin. For question 3, I'll also give it to Danny Hamlin. Let's give it to Danny Hamlin right there. For number 4, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Chevy. Look, it's just hard to dismiss what Team Hendrick is doing this season. They're just kicking ass, quite frankly. So yeah, I'll go ahead and go Chevy. I'll go ahead and say Chevy there. And obviously, you got other cars. You even get Kurt Busch. He's not in Team Hendrick, but yeah, go ahead and give. And Kurt Busch could have a good race here at Phoenix when he's not, towards the back of the field wrecking and crashing. He can be pretty good here at Phoenix. At Phoenix. So yeah, question 4 is Chevy for me. Question 5, I'll go ahead and say 7th or 8th place. This one's tough. I mean, look at these win margins to pick from here. 2 spots. I think Kyle Larson is going to be good. There was plenty of opportunities where we were going to pick him last year, but obviously he was suspended. I mean, he likes a lot of these racetracks. He's in a better car. I'll just go ahead and knock him back a little bit off last week's win and knock him back into 7th or 8th place. And question 6, we'll go ahead and just go with no, just mainly based on percentages, getting 3 of those 3 model cars all in there. Maybe, you get 4 of one that pushes a Toyota back or pushes a Ford back or, even pushes a Chevy back. So I'll go ahead and say no, just more out of probability on that one. But yeah, those are 6 generally, really tough questions, but we've been close before. We hope to be close again this Sunday. Okay, guys, that's how I'll do it. Going to be another fantastic race. I'm telling you, the way these cars get around this short track, they'll fly around this track. And I'm telling you, the way they kind of drop down there, it's some fantastic racing that takes place at Phoenix. Enjoy the race. Have a good time. And let's hope we can get these picks to hit and we can put some money in your pocket. Go ahead and hit this like button if I've been of help to you. And as always, good luck on your picks. And I'll see you next week on the NASCAR Show. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.